Good evening. There's some good news for South Africa's labour market, with unemployment falling by 0.3 of a percentage point to 32.6% in the second quarter of the year. The economy has managed to create over 154,000 jobs between April and June, while the number of unemployed people decreased by 11,000 to 7.9 million. But some experts are questioning the accuracy of the data. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
South Africa is edging closer to reaching the employment level last seen before the COVID-19 pandemic, with figures out of Stats SA showing that 16.3 million South Africans were employed in the second quarter of the year. The private sector largely drove the 0.3 percentage point drop in the joblessness numbers. But some economists and academics are having a hard time believing the accuracy of the data.
They need to test their surveys and work out if it's reflecting what's going on the ground, because I have my doubts. I have my very strong doubts about that. And I've had that feeling even pre-COVID and certainly since COVID, that these numbers just don't make any sense.
Statistician General Risenga Maluleka says the public is more than welcome to engage them on their methodology. It comes as the country narrowly avoided a recession in the first quarter of this year.
In the fourth quarter of 2022, we had a negative growth. And in the first quarter of 2023, we recorded a positive growth. It shows that with all challenges that we see in terms of electricity generation and the like, load shedding and the like, our economy is resilient. And of course, one of the things that we have been seeing, if there were challenges in the numbers, we would not have seen the consistency in the seven quarters of employment gains. So we are free to be challenged, but our methods are in the public domain.
Maluleka says black youth and women remain the most vulnerable in the labour markets. He highlights that quarter-on-quarter data reveals that there is a correlation between a young person staying in school and being able to secure employment. But Maluleka warns that the problems faced by women are a bit more complex.
Women are 2 million persons employed less than their male counterparts. But when we look at unemployment, look at women, all of a sudden their unemployment is higher than that of the male counterparts.
Altman says government's work is cut out if the country is to see real economic growth, which will lead to real job creation.
What we're starting to see is that load shedding is, as we know, is eating into the core functions of government, of the private sector. It's making it impossible to function and undermining core systems around water quality and health and right across the board. So it's going to be impossible to grow and create jobs and for businesses to plan and invest unless water, electricity, freight transport, commuter transport issues aren't solved.
The quarterly labour force survey has put the number of employed people in South Africa at 16.3 million. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Pretoria.